got it. Scoreboard, ball.
The inside backers are number 4, Tommy Coppinger.
Well, good evening, everyone. We'd like to welcome you to Severino Field at Vincent P. Dosta Stadium from Kansas City, Missouri, as the Bentonville Tigers are traveling north tonight to take on the Rockhurst High School Hawklets. Hello once again, everyone. I'm John McElroy, and as always, I am joined by Donnie Payne, and we are just about 15 minutes away from kickoff of tonight's football game, the last non-conference game for the Bentonville Tigers. Well, your Bentonville Tigers are coming into tonight's game 1-1 on the season. Got a season opening win against the Broken Arrow Tigers, 56-46. And then 2 weeks ago, lost to Conway, 44-35. Of course, last week was a bye week, so the Tigers returning to action tonight in what should be a great ball game on a beautiful night here in Kansas City, Missouri. Well, want to bring in my friend, my colleague, Donnie Payne. And Donnie, it is good to be playing football once again. You know, that bye week last week, it seemed like a month ago since this team has played. So glad to be back here with you again tonight, and couldn't be more excited about the matchup we have.
All right, John, this has become one of what we've played now, 7 or 8 years in a row. It's just a great game with this Rockhurst High School team, and enjoy playing every year, playing against them. And you know it's going to be a hard-fought game when we're playing this team. Absolutely, Donnie. We're going to step aside as they're having the invocation here tonight.
None of us encouraged to play or to observe this game in a manner which by our words and actions is pleasing to you. Let us enter into the competition in a spirit of sportsmanship, with respect.
And Donnie, I think we are awaiting the national anthem, the playing of the national anthem by the Rockhurst High School Marching Band. Well, Donnie, tell you, a beautiful scene out here tonight. A very, very large student section for the Rockhurst Hawklets. And as we're looking across the way, the Bentonville Tiger fans who have traveled north this evening are still rolling into the stadium this evening. So, but before we stepped away for the invocation right there, Donnie, you were talking a little bit about this matchup between these two programs over the past several years. And, you know, as I got here this afternoon, I was talking to several of the folks here, and we were just talking about what a great series this has been. Two schools that have great athletic programs, but also great academic programs, just two very good schools, and it's a lot of fun. You know, we come up here every time. The folks up here are great to us. It's a fun place to come play football, and I tell you, I couldn't be more pleased to be here tonight.
That's right, John.
And now the national anthem by the Rockhurst Pep Band.
Okay, we're going to step aside for our national anthem. All right, there you have it, the national anthem by the Rockhurst student body over there. All right, hey, Donnie, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and do this. Let's step aside and take a commercial break, and when we return, we've got about 10 minutes to kick off night. When we return, we'll talk more about this matchup tonight between your Bentonville Tigers and the Rockhurst Hawklets. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Bentonville Tiger football on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
It was raining.
That teen was texting.
The deer was crossing. The guy was looking at his map.
At Bob Morey's Auto Body, no matter the excuse, they'll fix it for you.
Look us up on the web, call or come by now. Make sure you pay attention. Watch out for that. Bob Morey's Auto Body. It's your car. It's your choice.
Choose wisely.
At BobMoreyAutoBody.com.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity?
At Grand Savings Bank, we believe that life is grand. We empower our team to support the needs of our local communities and are dedicated to delivering the very best financial expertise to our customers. Like you, we live here, and together we positively and powerfully impact our communities. With 11 locations serving Northwest Arkansas, Northeast Oklahoma, and the River Valley, we're proud to be your community bank. Come talk to us today at Grand Savings Bank, where life is grand. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm a fireman.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Okay, we welcome you back here to Kansas City, Missouri. We are at Severino Field at Vincent P. D'Asta Stadium, where we are about 7 minutes away from kickoff of tonight's game between your Bentonville Tigers and the Rockhurst High School Hawklets. John McElroy, Donnie Payne, going to bring you all of tonight's action live on GoBentonvilleTigers.com. Well, Donnie, we were talking during the break there, so as you see tonight's game shaping up, of course, we've seen Rockhurst several times over the years, but tell our viewers a little bit what we can expect out of this Rockhurst team tonight.
John, Rockhurst, offensively, they're going to want to run the ball. That's been their identity since we've started this series. 2 weeks ago, Conway, we didn't even have really a chance to catch our breath. That is not going to be the case tonight. Rockhurst, in their games, John, they control the time of possession. They're not going to be in a hurry. They're not going to snap it every 10 seconds.
So we're going to see a much different style. 2 weeks ago when we were at Conway, like you said, they were trying to snap the ball just about every 10 seconds, and they were really running tempo. Donnie, I was exhausted after that game, but we're going to see a much different game out of Rockhurst tonight in terms of time of possession.
That's right, John. They're going to want to control the ball. Rockhurst lost last week to Liberty North, the team that won the state title last year that Bentonville played and beat at home last year. That game, John, finished 10-7, and Rockhurst had the ball most of the game. They're going to be a lot more of a deliberate style than Conway was.
All right, Donnie. Well, let's talk about Bentonville a little bit. These Tigers, 2 games in now. Offensively, it's been pretty impressive.
Offensively, Bentonville has done very well, John. We scored 91 points in 2 games, so we're averaging just over 45 points a game. And offensively has not been the struggle this year, John. Defensively, this is a defense that Bentonville fans have not been used to seeing, John. We've given up 45 points a game, and that we were talking at Conway. When's the last time we've had back-to-back 40 points scored against Bentonville?
Well, and to be sure, the first 2 teams, Broken Arrow, Conway, 2 very, very good teams. But you're right, the defense has given up more points than we're used to. But, I think this will be a good challenge for the defense tonight to face maybe a little different style than they've seen in the first couple of weeks. And a chance for the defense kind of get their legs under them and hopefully shut down a very good Rockhurst team with Donnie. Let's face it, this offensive line, they've got some big guys up front, as they normally do, and they're going to ground and pound. And so this defense is going to have an opportunity to step up to the challenge tonight, try to slow down this Rockhurst offense.
And Rockhurst, John, relies on three main running backs. Well, their quarterback, Ethan Hansen, has rushed 21 times for 129 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then they have their 2 running backs, number 7, Aiden Ryan, and number 10, Micah Oder, that have been carrying the load for them.
All right, you can see right there, great camera shot, the Bentonville Tigers taking the field here at Severino Field, named after longtime head coach of the Rockhurst Hawklets, Tony Severino. Donnie, I believe our own coach, Tony Cherico, played for Tony Severino one time here at Rockhurst, and he retired. They've named the field after him, and here come the Hawklets onto the field, and we are just about set for football tonight. Still 3 minutes on the clock. And, Donnie, I want to go back to the Bentonville offense just a little bit. We talked about they've really put a lot of points up in the first 2 games, but I have just been really impressed with the play of number 7, Carter Nye.
That's right, John. He comes in tonight, 6 touchdowns, only 1 interception in those games, and he's completing over 50% of his passes, really over 60% of his passes. So great start for Carter Nye on offensively.
All right, you can see the captains coming onto the field for Bentonville. That's going to be number 54, Joey Sua, number 73, Peyton Tedder, number 18 for Bentonville, that's Brock Skidmore, and 54 for Rockhurst. That is one big fella right there. He's kind of blocking my view of our other captain.
Tonight's captains.
Is that 22, and that's Bain Edwards. Those are your Bentonville captains. Number 54, that is Andrew Sprague. He is 6'8", 265 pounds. Number 18, Patrick Adriano. Number 44, Vince White. And number 3, Aaron Murray. Those are your Rockhurst captains. As you can see, the captains there at midfield.
Number 3, Aaron Murray.
Officials stepping in. Looks like, I think the Tigers have won the toss, Donnie, and they have deferred their option to the second half. So Tigers going to put that defense on the field to start the game, and we are just about ready for kickoff here of tonight's football game. Hey, while we got a moment, as always, like to thank our presenting sponsors for this season of Bentonville Tiger football, Bob Morey's Auto Body and Foster's Roofing. These 2 businesses have made a commitment to our kids, our community, and as I always like to say, give them a chance to earn your business. Bob Morey's Auto Body and Foster Roofing. I'd also like to thank our student live stream crew here tonight, traveled up to Kansas City, Ben Nickley, Emily Payne on the camera work, and on the production board here, we've got Catherine Lopez. Could not do this without them, so a big thanks going out to these guys tonight to help bring us Bentonville Tiger football live on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Well, John, while you're going here, I was looking over Rockhurst, John. Their leading receiver is Miles Carson. He's had 6 receptions for 122 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Rockhurst, this is Rockhurst's 4th game. And their second leading receiver is their running back, Aiden Ryan, 5 catches for 94. So this defense is going to have to watch out for the running back coming out of the backfield on passing plays.
Okay, you can see Logan Tymonson now getting set to kick it away. Let's see, back deep to receive. See if I can catch a number on that. Donnie, could you tell him to turn toward, we're in the home press box tonight.
Looks like number 7.
All right, number 7, hey, that's going to be Aiden Ryan.
Yeah, he's their leading running back, or their leading rusher so far on the season.
Tigers will be moving from left to right here at Vincent P. D'Asta Stadium, Severino Field. Tymonson approaches the ball, and it blows off the tee. Donnie, there is a little breeze tonight. It's kind of seemed like it was a little stronger earlier this afternoon. The flags are kind of limp right now, but enough wind down there on the field that Tymonson had to re-tee it.
I ran into a little rain on the way up here, John, but it is beautiful blue skies now.
Now Tymonson gets a leg into it. It is a line drive, but it is going to fly past the end zone. Big leg that time by Logan Tymonson, and the Hawklets will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Rockhurst starting quarterback, John, Ethan Hansen. He comes in on the night. He's the second leading rusher for this team, and he's completed 28 of 61 passes this year for 379 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions.
Well, there he goes. Number 2, Ethan Hansen will bring his team onto the field. Aiden Ryan, number 7, is going to line up behind him at tailback. They'll split a receiver out to the right, twins to the left. Man in the slot. Give goes to Aiden Ryan up the middle on the first play from scrimmage. Ryan's going to push forward for close to 4 yards. They'll spot it just shy of the 24. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 24.
One thing, Rockhurst always has these big offensive linemen. Now it looks
they broke
like
their huddle. They're rehuddling.
Yeah. They came to the line of scrimmage, and Hansen called them back. Now they're sending twins to the right and twins to the left on both sides. Hansen takes a snap. Give goes to Ryan. He's going to cut back to the left.
That's Oder, John.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. Number 10, Micah Oder on the carry. Oder took the handoff over to the right side, cut it back to the left. He's going to make yardage out to the 29. It'll be 3rd and short for the Hawklets.
Yeah, Aiden Ryan and Micah Oder are their 2 running backs, John. They switch them out a lot.
Our first 3rd down situation for this Tiger defense, 3rd and 1. I formation, Hansen under center. Hansen takes snap, toss, pitch to the left side. That's Oder. Oder crosses the 30. He's going to be driven out of bounds.
Number 10, Micah Oder.
At just across the 35. They'll give him forward progress.
Out of bounds, number 19,
well, right at the 35. So 6-yard pickup on the play, 1st and 10 Hawklets.
Gain of 6. That is good for Rockhurst High. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35.
They're staying in that I formation, John.
Miles Carson will be the single receiver out to the right side, I formation. Hansen takes a snap. Give goes to the tailback. That's Oder, and Oder's going to be hit at the 35. He'll push forward to just past the 36, but a good defensive play that time by Bentonville.
Sam Jeffus on the tackle, John.
16, Sam Jeffus getting in on the action. Well, it's good to see that young man out there.
At the 37.
Got an opportunity to coach him when he was a younger player, Pee Wee football, and I tell you, he's a gamer right there. Good to see Sam Jeffers getting involved early. All right, this time they're going to go twins to either side. Hanson's going to drop back. He's going to look to his left. He fires. That one is incomplete. Pass was intended to number 11, Mitch Forbes. And for a moment there, Donnie, he caught it right in front, or he looked to have caught it right in front of the Rockhurst bench. I thought he might have had a reception, but the official right there on the play called it incomplete. So now the Bentonville defense got a big opportunity on what looks to be 3rd and 8.
Yeah, time to get off the field here if you're the Bentonville defense.
Twin receivers now. Well, actually, empty set. Trips to the right side of the formation. Twins to the left. Hanson drops back. Now Hanson's going to run it, and Hanson is going to be tackled at around the 40-yard line. Short pickup on the play. It'll be well short of a first down. That'll bring up 4th down for the Hawklets. And it looks like Coach Donahoe is going to send out the punting unit. Well, Donnie, you and I had talked earlier in the week, and you said that's one of the things Rockhurst likes to do is run their quarterback. And, well, they certainly tried it right there, but the Bentonville defense making a good stop. So it'll be number 13, Q Brown for Bentonville. Will stand back at his own 30 to await the Rockhurst punt. Punt is away. Q Brown's going to take it at the 30. He's going to come upfield at the 40, and Q Brown is going to be hammered at about the 44-yard line.
Number 40 for Rockhurst.
Tommy Coppinger with the tackle right there. And I'll tell you what, Tommy Coppinger said, welcome to Kansas City, Q Brown.
Well, if you look, John, he's their starting middle linebacker out there too. So,
but, still a good return of about, looks to be about 14 yards on their turn. So great field position for Bentonville as they start their first offensive series. It'll be Carter Nye, your Bentonville signal caller. He'll have Josh Ficklin behind him, pistol formation. Twin receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Nye gives to Ficklin over the left side. Ficklin trying to find some running room. Ficklin gets out to around the 48. Give him 4 on the first down. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Talk about number 4, John Forbush. Gain of 4. 2nd and 6 at the 48.
Q Brown will split into the boundary. That's, I believe, C.J. Brown.
And Luke Kuhn.
Luke Kuhn split to the right. Give goes to Ficklin up the middle. Ficklin looks like he's going to cross midfield, but not much more. He'll get the ball barely into Rockhurst territory, and that'll bring up 3rd down for the Tigers.
24, Vince White. 51, Jackson Oldham.
John, this Rockhurst defense, I was looking at their stats. They've been very tough against the run this year.
Okay, an important 3rd down, 3rd and 4. Nye gets set. Gives to Ficklin up the middle, and Ficklin is going to be very close to first down yardage, Donnie, but I'm not sure if he made it there. It'll depend on the spot.
Looks like they're going to bring the chains in, John.
Okay, so you can see it right there. The official, the referee, calls for the measurement. And Donnie, looking here, I think he's about 2 or 3 inches short from our vantage point here in the home press box. Bentonville, on his first offensive series of the night, picked up a first down, and
Johnny,
we're going to get another one. Yeah,
what's interesting here, Wimbledon can, the U.S. Open can tell us where a ball hits on a tennis court by a 1/millionth of a spot, but we still have to bring a chain out to measure footballs.
Yeah, but that's football, Donnie, and I love it. And it is 4th down and inches. 4th and inches now for the Bentonville Tigers. What do you bet number 1's getting this ball? Here we go, pistol formation. Ficklin behind Carter Nye. Now takes a snap. Give goes to Ficklin. And I believe Ficklin's got it. Yeah, he gets it to the 45-yard line of the Hawklets. That'll be enough for a Bentonville Tiger first down. 7 minutes, 53 seconds. Clock rolling here in the first quarter play. No score. C.J. Brown going to split out to the right. Q Brown split into the boundary. 9 now. Is going to pump fake and tries to hit C.J. Brown. Pretty good coverage on the play that time, but number 23 of Rockhurst, Ben Stringer, incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
23, Ben Stringer on the defense.
We had an ineligible receiver downfield on Bentonville. They're asking the coach if he wants to decline that or not.
This will be interesting here. Yeah, he wants the down. Yeah. Donnie, is that a 5-yard penalty?
Yeah, it's only a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah. I think that's probably the right call there by Coach Donahoe.
That pump, that hesitation pump, John, allowed the lineman to get downfield too far.
Okay, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. Q Brown, C.J. Brown, they'll split wide to the right. Ficklin in the offset pistol. Carter Nye takes a snap, fakes to Ficklin, throws it out to the tight end, and he's at the 40, the 30, the 10. Touchdown Bentonville. Eli Brooks, the tight end, catches one and takes it to the house, and the Bentonville Tigers take the early lead.
John, I know Eli caught that ball and ran well, but let's give credit to CJ and Q Brown. Blocking downfield was excellent, allowing that to go all the way for a touchdown.
Well, and CJ and Q kind of cleared out the secondary there for Rockhurst and allowed Eli Brooks just to go out there kind of and wide open catch one, but what a great job getting to the end zone. So it'll be Logan Tominson on now. Tominson's extra point attempt is up, and it is good. And with 7 minutes, 27 seconds left to go, first quarter play, Bentonville on top, 7-0. Back in a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Arkansas homeowners weather every storm for over 25 years. If your roof was damaged by the recent storm, be aware that out-of-state roofing companies may try to pose as local businesses. Choose an Arkansas state licensed local company for your roof repair. Choose Foster Roofing.
Know I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, 'cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold.
All right, we welcome you back here to Kansas City, here at Vincent P. D'Asta Stadium, Severino Field, home of the Rockhurst Hawklets, where the Bentonville Tigers have just taken a 7-0 lead on a Carter Nye to Eli Brooks touchdown pass. Donnie, I believe that went for about 44 yards, if I'm not mistaken. And the Tigers strike first. Tominson approaches the kick. Doesn't get a lot of height in it, but it is deep in the end zone. Tominson's feeling it tonight, Donnie.
Had great kick by Logan. Both of these opening kickoffs, John. That one, the receiver was able to catch it, but he was on the back of the line. The first one went all the way through the end zone.
Looks like
we're having a hydration break.
Okay.
The temperature in Missouri, John, they have a rule where if the temperature is above a certain level, they are required to have hydration breaks.
Okay, so pretty warm evening, Donnie, but, you know, when we arrived at the stadium, it was kind of overcast. The humidity didn't seem that bad. It's really kind of a nice evening out here tonight, but, you know, I think it's good taking the precautions for these young men, keeping them hydrated, and anything that can increase the safety for these players, I think is a great thing. So hats off to the officials, the game officials tonight, for making sure that we keep these players hydrated.
I'm looking here, John. It says it's 82 right now, but yeah, it doesn't feel bad. But
all right, so Rockhurst will bring its offense on the field. That's Ethan Hansen, number 2, your Hawklet quarterback.
Looks like he has number 10 in the backfield with him, Oder.
Yeah, that's Micah Oder. Oder's going to set up to his right. Now he's going to pitch it to Oder over the 20, and Oder's going to pick up pretty good yardage right there. That'll be a gain of about 7 up to the 27-yard line, but it'll make it 2nd and 3.
A little speed option there, John. Oder gets up. He's a little shaken up. He's coming to the sideline.
Option pitch, number 10, Micah Oder. Right down by number 81, Rivers Weissman.
Rivers Wiseman in on the stop for Bentonville.
I have Rivers in class this year.
Okay, so this time Hanson's going to put 2 receivers. He's out of formation. Get handoff up the middle. I think the ball may have came loose there, and the Tigers are signaling they've got the ball.
Fumble, John.
They're uncovering the scrum right there,
And
but
Bentonville
the
does.
Tigers have the ball. Fumble recovery. That's Nick Stone, number 19, Nick Stone, coming up with the first turnover of the game, and the Bentonville Tigers, well, let's see.
We do have a flag down over here, unless it's on Rockhurst. Oh, illegal shift on Rockhurst, yeah. Bentonville's going to decline that.
I would think so, but Nick Stone, he was kind of shaken up a couple weeks ago at Conway, so it's great to see 19 back in the game and getting the first turnover of the game, putting the Tigers in great field position at the Rockhurst 26. So 1st and 10, Bentonville. Karsten Pate's going to split out wide to the right. C.J. Brown into the boundary. And a reverse to C.J. Brown, and C.J. Brown avoids a tackler. Now he's got a little open field, but Donnie, I saw what you saw. Flag came out in that Tiger backfield, and Bentonville's going to get tagged for holding right there.
I think it's going to be a block in the back, John.
Block in the back, okay. You knew where the flag was thrown. It wasn't going to be good for Bentonville. And
one of the I saw the blue. One of the Rockhurst defenders stayed home, and one of our linemen just came back and blocked him right, just shoved him right in the back, right in front of 3 officials there.
Okay, and that is the call. As you can see, the official there, illegal block in the back against the Tigers. Spotted the foul penalty. They'll walk it back to just inside the 40-yard line of the Hawklets, where it'll be, well, first down, 1st and 23 is what they'll call it. Empty set for Carter Nye. He's got 3 receivers to the right. He's going to throw to Ficklin, who lined up as a wide receiver. Ficklin catches the ball, but I'll tell you, great defensive coverage that time by Rockhurst. He caught it, but he might have gotten a yard out of that, but not much more, maybe about a half yard.
Great job of reacting by the Rockhurst defense, John.
Well, this time you'll have 3 receivers lined up to the left for Bentonville. Nye rolls to his left. He's looking to throw. Now he's looking downfield, and he's got C.J. Brown he dumps it off to. Again, credit Rockhurst with great coverage downfield. Carter Nye just really didn't have anybody to throw to, so he dumped it off to C.J. Brown. 5-yard pickup, but it is 3rd down and 18 now for the Tigers.
And, John, you got to be careful. This Rockhurst secondary has already double-digit interceptions in their first 3 games.
Karsten Pate, C.J. Brown split wide to the right, 2 receivers into the boundary. Nye rolls to his right. He's looking downfield, and Nye's going to throw complete down around the 20. It is going to be short of a first down, but not by much. It'll be 4th down, and Donnie, I would say that's going to be 4th down and about 2.5 yards to go.
And then we also have a flag down here on the sideline. They're going to call Bentonville for an illegal formation.
So a procedure penalty on the Tigers, and that will negate a really nice play by Carter Nye.
Well, they could have declined it and made it 4th down, but I guess they're going to take the penalty yardage.
Legal formation.
So illegal formation, probably not enough men on the line of scrimmage if I had to guess, Donnie.
Yep.
Brings up 3rd down and 23.
So once again, 3rd down, 23 yards to go for Bentonville. After a fumble recovery by Nick Stone, put the Tigers in great field position. The Bentonville offense so far has kind of sputtered on this drive.
You get a big block in the back, penalty on 1st down.
Here we go, Carter Nye. Drops back, and he's going to throw a screen pass to Josh Ficklin. Josh Ficklin's got some blockers. Ficklin fumbled the ball, and there is a battle for it at around the 20-yard line.
Screen pass from Carter Nye to Josh Ficklin.
Let's see. Great camera work right there. Good camera work by our crew.
Brown.
Hugh Brown coming up with the fumble recovery.
So got it back down to the 20-yard line there, John. Coach is going to send out Logan for a field goal.
Okay. So Logan Tymonson will come on to attempt what will be a 37-yard field goal attempt from the left hash.
83 Logan Tymonson in to attempt.
Well, we know Tomlinson's got plenty of leg for this. He's hoping to put one through right here. Caden York to hold. Snap is back. Kick is up. And it is no good. Looked like that might have went wide to the right, Donnie. So no good. Had plenty of leg. I think it just kind of missed to the right there. So, and Federation rules, I believe, Donnie, well, the ball was on the 20. So it'll be 1st and 10 Rockhurst at the 20-yard line.
Well, John, you know, the offense there, going to be a little disappointed. You get a fumble recovery in your opponent's side of the field, and you get no points out of it. That block in the back penalty on 1st down, John, really kind of killed any momentum on that drive.
So Ethan Hansen, he'll line up, shotgun formation. He's going to have Aiden Ryan in the backfield with him. Hansen throws to Ryan out of the backfield. Ryan catches it. He's going to get to about the 24-yard line before he's going to be upended.
And John, Aiden Ryan's their second leading receiver on this team, so they like using him out of the backfield.
Sam Jeffers once again in on the tackle for the Tigers. 4 minutes, 13 seconds left to go. First quarter play. Tigers on top, 7-0. Two receivers now split out to the right, one into the boundary as Hansen takes a snap. Give goes to, I believe that's Ryan, and Ryan is going to be stopped for no gain by a host of Tigers.
Hand off to Aiden Ryan. He's brought down by number 19, Nick Stone.
Nick Stone leading the way for Bentonville.
No gain on the play.
And this will bring up 3rd and 6 now. This time, Hansen's going to send 3 receivers out to the right, twin receivers to the left, empty set. You got to watch the quarterback draw right here. Ethan Hansen drops back. Now he's going to throw a slant pattern to Aiden Ryan.
It's going to be a first down.
Aiden Ryan runs a really nice route on the slant, catches the pass, gets across the 30, out to the 32. It'll be 1st and 10 Hawklets.
That was a well-thrown ball by Hansen also, John. Hit Ryden right in stride on that slant pattern.
Yeah, he put it only where Aiden Ryan was going to catch that ball. And
I'm still convinced that if you run a slant correctly, it's one of the hardest passes in football to defend.
I would absolutely agree with that, Donnie. So 1st and 10 Hawklets at their own 32. Hansen now, he's going to keep it himself up the middle on the quarterback draw. Hansen avoids a tackler at the 35. He's going to be driven out of bounds at the 40, looks like 42-yard line.
Out of bounds by number 5, Christian Farrell.
So pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and 1. New personnel group coming in for Rockhurst. Oh, they're calling this a 1st down.
Good for Rockhurst High, 1st down.
I was going to say, the chain was on the 42.
Yeah.
The ball's on the 42. It's got to be a 1st down.
I'm no math teacher, Donnie, but I could probably figure that one out. This time he's going to split Miles Carson out wide to the right. I formation, Hansen under center. Hansen takes snap, toss pitch to Aiden Ryan over the right side. Ryan crosses the 40. He'll be hit at around the 45.
27, John.
That's number 27 for Bentonville. That's Eli Estes to make the stop.
Number 27, Eli Estes.
They'll give him 3 on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 45.
Now new personnel grouping. Rockhurst's going to have to hurry. 12 now on the play clock. Now they're inside of 10 as they break the huddle.
Coach is he's standing right by the side judge here.
Let's put twin receivers out to the left. Hansen's going to take a low snap. He handles it. gives it to the running back. Donnie, number 20. That is Pete Berry. Berry was hit behind the line of scrimmage, was able to make his way back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe got about a yard on that. It'll bring up 3rd and a long 5.
At the 47.
So 3rd and 5 at the 47. And Donnie, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Rockhurst has crossed midfield at this point in the game. Tigers with an opportunity defensively to get off the field right here. Twin receivers to either side of the formation. Hanson drops back and flags come in. And that is going to be a false start. So good break that time for Bentonville. That'll back Rockhurst up 5 yards where it'll be 3rd and 10.
Bentonville's switching out to their nickel defense now, John. They still had a run-based defense out there. 3rd and 10. They brought in an extra back or extra secondary person.
You know, this is the kind of situation you think maybe Rockhurst would like to run some kind of a screen pass to get it to maybe Aiden Ryan or Micah Oder or something. Hanson drops back. He's looking, throws to his right, complete to Miles Carson. Carson's going to catch it at the 49 of Bentonville. He's going to run out of bounds at about the 48. He is right at the first down marker. Depends on the spot if he's going to get the first down. The officials, it is right on the marker, Donnie.
They're going to bring the chain about 3 feet to measure this one.
Yeah, it's over on the Bentonville sideline where the first down markers are, and he was run out of bounds right there. They won't have far to go here. Let's see. I'm not sure if we can get our cameras in there tight or not. It looks like Trevor Martinez standing right in front of our view there. Number 67. And you see Ethan Hanson, the quarterback for Hocklit's, already indicating first down, and that's what the officials call it. So first down, not by much, but it's enough to move the chains, and Rockhurst has crossed into Bentonville territory.
I was waiting for him to bring out the little 3x5 index card out of his pocket, Gene Saratori style there for the measurement.
So 1st and 10 Hocklit's with 35 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Bentonville on top, 7-0. Hanson out of the shotgun. He gives it to Aiden Ryan, swings it out to him. Ryan is going to make a couple of tacklers miss. A flag comes in late.
Got a block in the back on Rockhurst, John.
Yeah, I believe that's number 58 for Rockhurst. We'll see what the call is, but I think they might get Connor Sexton. Yeah, they're talking to Ben Pearson, one of the defensive captains right there. And so it's definitely going against Rockhurst. And yeah, that's the call. Block in the back. I think that was number 58, Connor Sexton for Rockhurst. That gets a flag for the block in the back. That's going to back Rockhurst up back to their own 43-yard line. And
first down and 19.
After the walk-off, it'll be 1st and 19.
I don't think Rockhurst has to snap the ball here, John. They're not going to. Ethan Hanson's walking to the sideline. The game clock's just a little bit ahead of the play clock here.
All right, so we have just about made it here to the end of the first quarter as the final seconds tick down. And there it is. We played one here in Kansas City, and Bentonville has a 7-0 lead. We'll take a break, but we'll be back in a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Since 1996, Bob Morey's Auto Body has worked hard at providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
All right, we welcome you back to Severino Field at Vincent P. D'Asta Stadium here from Kansas City, Missouri, where the Bentonville Tigers have a 7-0 lead over the Rockhurst High School Hawklets. John McElroy, Donnie Payne, and we are set. They put 12 minutes on the clock, set for the second quarter of play. As we get ready, Rockhurst is going to have it 2nd and 19 from their own 43-yard line.
You got to watch Miles Carson, John. He is their leading receiver so far on the season.
Ethan Hansen now is going to drop back. He's looking to his left. He fires. Incomplete. Great play. I believe that was Sam Jeffis.
Number 16.
Number 16, Sam Jeffis gets in there, knocks it away. Great defensive play by Jeffis. And Donnie, we've called his name now a couple of times tonight. It is great to see that young man get really involved in this game.
And it was another pass intended for Aiden Ryan that time, John. They really, when he's not in the backfield running the ball, they like to split him out and try to get him the ball in space.
So they're going to split wide receivers to either side of the formation. They've got a slot on the left. Hansen's going to roll to his right. He's being chased. He's throwing it downfield, and it is incomplete. Good coverage that time, but number 3, J.T. Temesco, who was right on Miles Carson.
Incomplete. 3rd and 19 at 43.
Miles Carson, we just got word, son of former Kansas City Chief wide receiver Carlos Carson. And Donnie, they sure like to target number 13.
Now, John, you saw his speed there, but he's also 6 feet. He's 6 feet 3 inches tall. That helps too.
You know, I might could complete a pass to that. So, all right, looks like a timeout is being taken on the field. Let's go ahead and take it with them. We'll be back in a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Why do people do business with First Western? Because First Western builds relationships with their customers. They work to help you with your financial goals over all seasons of life. They are prompt and responsive. Plus, they offer banking, mortgage, insurance, and investment services. For a high level of service and financial partner who will listen and respond, try First Western. Online at firstwestern.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Insurance investment products are not FDIC insured.
Okay, welcome back to Rockhurst High School. And out of the timeout, it is going to be 3rd and 19 for Rockhurst. Just underway here in the second quarter. Bentonville on top 7-0. Ethan Hansen takes a snap, drops back. He's looking to his left. He's firing deep downfield, and that was fantastic coverage.
Number 9.
Number 9 for Bentonville. That is Brady Signock. Great coverage. You know, Donnie, this secondary, you know, they've played well all season, but they are really playing well tonight.
Incomplete.
So that'll bring the punting unit on for the Hawklets. Q Brown will stand back at around his own 26-yard line.
Punt for Rock's number 82, Hayden Spockman.
Hayden Spockman will stand back at his own 27. Spockman gets the punt away. This is a good kick, Donnie. Q Brown backs up, and it is fumbled.
Q jumped on it.
Yeah, Q got back on it, but sent Q all the way back inside the 20-yard line. Kind of mishandled it, but was fortunately able to get back on it. But a good punt by number 82, Hayden Spockman, and Bentonville will start this possession at their own 13-yard line. 1st and 10 Bentonville from their own 13.
43 yards on the kick. 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 13.
You know, after an opening possession that resulted in a touchdown, Donnie, the Bentonville offense has kind of sputtered a little bit. Carter Nye gives to Ficklin out of the I formation.
Hand off to Josh Ficklin.
Ficklin's going to get behind that offensive line. He'll pick up close to, well, they'll give him 5 on the carry, so it'll be 2nd down and 5.
5, 2nd and 5 at the 18.
I formation.
I formation. That is number 42, Jonah Knapp at the fullback position. Give goes again to Ficklin, the tailback. Ficklin is going to try to move the pile. He'll get a couple of yards out to the 20, but not much more, and it's going to bring up 3rd and short for Bentonville. So Bentonville's going more to that power look on this offensive possession, Donnie.
Number 11, Mitch Ford.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Jonah Knapp get a carry.
Against Conway, Jonah Knapp ran that little inside trap play from the fullback position for several good plays.
Once again, I formation.
There it is.
And Jonah Knapp gets the carry. And
first down.
It's going to be close, but Donnie, I think he has just enough the way that line judge is coming in. And, they're signifying move the chain. So good carry that time by Jonah Knapp to keep the drive alive. Same formation.
1st and 10.
Single receiver
24.
to either side. That's Q Brown to the left, C.J. Brown to the right. Play action. Carter Nye is going for C.J. Brown. It is complete at the 48, and C.J. Brown is going to carry a couple of tacklers across midfield down to the Rockhurst 48.
Rockhurst player down, John. His own player.
Number 23, Ben Stringer.
He's up. He's going to stay in the game.
So great job by Carter Nye on the play action to Josh Ficklin. Finds an open C.J. Brown downfield. Actually, C.J. was pretty well covered, but went up and got that one. Nye quickly now takes the snap, gives to Ficklin over the right side, and Ficklin's going to push his way close to the 45-yard line of the Hawklets. I'll spot the tip of the ball just at the 45. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, 2nd and 7.
59, Simon Connery. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Give again to Ficklin. Josh Ficklin's going to be met by a host of Hawklets right there. They'll give him a short pickup on the play, a hard-earned 2 yards right there, but it will be 3rd and a long 3 or a short 4. Call it what you want.
Gain of 2. 3rd down and 4.
Trip receivers now go to the left side for Bentonville. Offset pistol formation. Carter Nye almost got a Hawklet to jump. Play action to Ficklin, and he is going to be sacked. Carter Nye is going to be sacked. Number 58. Connor Sexton, number 58, comes in around the edge and sacks Carter Nye. So that'll bring up 4th down. Okay, penalty on the play. That was on Bentonville, but it is going to be, it's going to be declined. So it'll be 4th down and 8 for Bentonville, and the Tigers will send the punting unit on.
4 on the play. Brings up 4th and 8.
So Logan Tymonson now, he'll stand back at his own 39. Aiden Ryan for the Hawklets will put his heels on his own 10-yard line. And now, number 1, Tommy Sisper. Aiden Ryan's going to call for a fair catch at around the 17-yard line. But Tommy Sisper came on late. He was going to go back in the area, but Aiden Ryan calls for the fair catch, and the Hawklets are going to have it at their own 18-yard line, 1st and 10.
And we got the hydration break here, John.
All right, so we've got a quick hydration break. Let's go ahead and take a quick break with them. All right, we'll be back in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale, we understand that life is too short to spend hours in an ER waiting room. And we know that in an emergency, minutes really do matter. So our entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional in 30 minutes or less, because we think you should spend less time waiting and more time feeling better. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, only at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
All right, we welcome you back. A hydration timeout. Both teams retreat to their benches, get a quick drink, and we are back. Bentonville on top, 7-0, 8:35 left to go, first half of play. the Hawklets. 1st and 10 from their own 18. Ethan Hansen takes a snap. He drops back. He's going to throw a screen pass to Aiden. That is Aiden Ryan.
It was
catches
red
it, but
immediately.
yeah, there were, I think, 2 or 3 Tigers all over him when he caught the ball. So he actually lost, they're going to say lost about 3 yards on that one, Donnie. Ball be spotted back at the 15-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Tackle number 51, Emmy Contreras.
Emmy Contreras in to make the play that time for Bentonville.
Number 91, Ben Pearson.
Hansen rolls to his right. Now he's going to pitch it to the running back, and that was number 20, Pete Berry, on the option pitch right there. And
on the option, the pitch
got all that yardage back, John. That made it 3rd and very manageable.
Well, about 3rd and 3, so a 10-yard pickup on that. So this is a big play right here, Donnie. This is an opportunity for Bentonville to maybe force a punt and get great field position. Hansen's going to go I formation. 2 tight ends. Hansen takes a snap. Give goes to Aiden Ryan, and looks like Ryan is going to be stopped short of the first down. I think they're going to give him forward progress of about a yard, but Donnie, it is going to be 4th and just a little over a yard for a first, so decision time for Coach Donahoe right here, deep in his own territory.
He looks like he's going to go for it, John. Bentonville defense needs to be careful not jump off sides here.
So Coach Donahoe leaving the offense on the field. Here they come, 4th and short. 2 tight ends, I formation. Ethan Hansen takes a snap. Give goes to Ryan, and he is going to have the first down.
Aiden Ryan over left tackle.
Over the left tackle that time for Rockhurst.
Emmy Contreras on the stop.
Number 51, Emmy Contreras coming in to make the play for Bentonville, but not until Aiden Ryan gets the first down.
And left tackle, John, was their captain, Andrew Sprague, the 6'8", 265-pound junior offensive lineman.
So 1st and 10, Rockhurst. Ball spotted at their own 30. Hansen looking to throw, looking to his right, fires incomplete. That pass was intended for number 82, Hayden Spockman.
Number 82, Hayden Spockman, incomplete. JT Tomesco defending on the play.
Donnie, you feel right now kind of the way this game's shaped up. If Bentonville can get Rockhurst in 3rd and long situations, I think that bodes well for Bentonville. I don't think Rockhurst really wants to throw down the field, but you know, they're only doing it when they have to, and I think that's the situation now. This defense needs to try to get Rockhurst in. When they let them 4 or 5 yards on 1st and 2nd down, 3rd and shorts is not the place you want to be with this team. So Hansen now takes a snap. He's going to
option again.
Yeah, roll to his right, looking to option out to Pete Berry, number 20, but Hansen keeps it himself. Short gain on the play, and here we go, Donnie. This is the 3rd and long situation I was talking about. Possibly give Bentonville's defense an opportunity to get off the field.
Good job that time by Ben Pearson, John, number 91. He saw that, and he came out where the pitchback was covered that time, and he made Hansen turn it up.
So 3rd and call it 8. Twin receivers to the right side, to either side of the formation. Hansen drops back. He's going to throw, and he's going to fire complete. I think that was that was Miles Carson. And let's see, Donnie, that is
it's short of the 40, so it's going to be a little short.
Yeah, we are sitting right on the 40-yard line here in the press box. That's where the down marker is, and they are going to mark that just short of the 40. Well, if Coach Donahoe holds true to form, he'll leave his offense out here and go for it. Yeah, it's going to be 4th and probably less than a yard.
Yeah, you went for it on your own 29. You're going to go for it on the 39.
No question. So quickly, Rockhurst to the line, I formation. Hansen under center, takes a snap. Give goes to Aiden Ryan, and Ryan is going to be hit at the 40. He'll push his way forward to around the 42. 1st and 10, Rockhurst.
Aiden Ryan off right tackle. Brought down by Rivers Weisman.
Rivers Wiseman coming in for the stop for Bentonville.
1st and 10 at the 42.
Okay, 1st and 10, Rockhurst from their own 42. I formation. Hanson fakes to Aiden Ryan. Now he's rolling to his left. He throws downfield. He's got a man complete. That is number 11, I believe, Mitch Forbes.
But it's going to come back, John.
There is a flag back at the Rockhurst.
Illegal formation.
There's a flag back at the Rockhurst 43. And my colleague, you heard him, he believes that is a illegal formation on Rockhurst, which is going to negate a huge play that time. So a break for the Tigers.
Well, he still hadn't given the signal, but I saw the referee that threw the flag. There we go.
There
it's an illegal formation.
Legal formation against Rockers, 5-yard penalty.
So instead of Rockhurst having it inside the Tiger 5, it's going to be backed up all the way to the Rockhurst 37-yard line where it'll be 1st down and 15. Again, I formation. This time, toss pitch to Aiden Ryan over the left side. Aiden Ryan now picking the yards up in chunks. Give him 7 right there. It'll bring up 2nd and 8.
I got all the penalty yards back.
And then a couple. But 2nd and long.
Number 24, Johnny Pike.
Johnny Pike, number 24, coming in from Bentonville from his safety position.
24.
Looks like Rockhurst now sending in a new personnel group.
Number 20, Pete Berry, back out there, John. He's had several good carries on those option plays.
Yeah, Pete Berry's going to line up as the tailback in the I formation.
Aiden Ryan
at the fullback. Hanson now. He's going to roll to his right. He throws complete, and that is Aiden Ryan.
They disguised him in there at fullback, John, and they found him in the flat for a big gain.
Tell you what, you kind of get the sense that Aiden Ryan's going to do a lot of different things for this team tonight. So it's enough for a Rockhurst 1st down. Now to Tiger territory at the Tiger 43-yard line. 2 minutes, 53 seconds left to go in the half. Clock rolling. Tigers have led the entire first half 7-0, but Rockhurst now putting something together. Hanson takes a snap. He's going to run the quarterback draw. He's got some room up the middle, and Hanson's going to find his way down to about the 31-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about 12 yards on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 Hawklets.
Gain of 12. Good for another Rockhurst High. 1st down. 1st and 10 Hawklets at the 31.
This time, Barry, Mitch Forbes going to split out wide left along with Spockman. Give goes to Aiden Ryan. Aiden Ryan up the middle. Now he's going to bounce it out to the left.
Aiden Ryan.
And Ryan is just picking up the yards in chunks right now, Donnie.
And Bentonville was solid against the run the first few drives, John. Then Rockhurst is gashing them here on this drive.
Ball will be spotted to 23, where it'll be 2nd down and 2. Forbes and Spockman and Barry will split out wide to the left. That's Miles Carson to the right. Hanson now, he's looking for Carson. He's going to the end zone, and it is incomplete, and a flag comes in late, and they're going to get J.T. Tomesco for the pass interference. And you know, Donnie, it looked to me like there was contact down there, but thought it was kind of both players kind of going after it, but they're definitely going to get Tomesco for the pass interference. So defensive pass interference will be the call. And the Hawklets will have another 1st down. They'll move it down to close to the 11-yard line.
Against Bentonville, half the distance.
Well, there was definitely contact, John. The only thing that bothers me is that the referee that was 5 yards away looking at it didn't throw the flag. It was the linesman that's 20 yards away from the play that throws the flag.
Hawklets now, I formation. Hanson under center, takes a snap, toss pitch to Aiden Ryan. Aiden Ryan over the right side. Aiden Ryan is hit hard at the 10-yard line. Donnie, I'm not sure who came in from Bentonville that delivered the blow, but that was a hard hit. And you can see Aiden Ryan in our shot right there. He's kind of walking gingerly. That's, I believe Nick Stone was leading the way.
And Contreras.
And Emmy Contreras. I can kind of see Aiden Ryan there in the huddle right now. Still looks like he's a little shaken from that hit. He's going to line up a tailback in the I formation. Hanson going to give to Ryan once again. Ryan's going to find a hole over the left side.
It'll be 3rd and short.
He's going to dig it down close to the 5-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Hawklets.
Rockhurst is going to use a timeout, John.
43 seconds left to go in the half. Rockhurst, let's keep it right here. Rockhurst is going to use a timeout. Donnie, Bentonville won the toss, deferred their option to the second half, so the Tigers will get the ball to start the second half. But Rockhurst threatening right here. This is a big 3rd down. If you're Coach Donahoe, if you don't gain anything here, you might go ahead and want to put points on the board with the field goal. But, hey, Coach Donahoe showed if they get a couple of yards, if they're still short but they're close, I wouldn't doubt it's 4-down territory, 2 plays right here.
Thing to remember here, John, that Rockhurst only has 1 timeout left, so if they do run it and come up short, he's going to have to make a decision. If he's going to kick it or let it run down and kick it. He'll only have 1 timeout left, though. And if he does get the first down but not the touchdown, the clock will start as soon as they get the chain ready.
Yeah, but you could spike it if you got the first down without getting the touchdown. So 3rd down and 3, I formation. Hanson, toss pitch to Aiden Ryan, and Aiden Ryan is inside the 2-1 touchdown Rockhurst. Touchdown Rockhurst with 39 seconds left to go in the first half of play. Rockhurst gets on the board.
And, John, that drive was – Aiden Ryan caught 1 pass, I think, but that drive was mostly just on the ground.
Nick Coca, number 86, will be on to attempt the point after. Number 12, Carter Graham to hold. Snap is back. Coca's kick is up. And it is good. So with 39 seconds left to go, first half play, we've got a tie ball game, 7-7. Let's take a short break. We'll be back in a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com. All right, welcome back here to Vincent P. Dosta Stadium at Tony Severino Field, Kansas City, Missouri. We've got a tie ball game. Bentonville Tigers 7, Rockhurst Hawklets 7. John McElroy, Donnie Payne here bringing you all the action live tonight on GoBentonvilleTigers.com. Really appreciate you guys out there, our viewers. Appreciate you tuning in tonight.
Just heard the PA guy, John. That drive was 13 plays, 7 minutes and 56 seconds off the clock.
Okay, Nick Coca to kick it away. Coca's kick is in the air, and that one will go into the end zone for a touchback. So Bentonville will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20 with 39 seconds left to go here in the first half. Donnie, Bentonville's got 3 timeouts, but 80 yards away, 39 seconds. Probably, just trying to guess, probably line up, run the ball a couple times. And if you get a big play and you can flip the field, with those timeouts maybe, but probably don't want to do anything here to give Rockhurst any more momentum going into halftime. Carter Nye, he'll have Josh Ficklin, and Nye's going to drop back. He's looking to throw. Now he's being flushed out. Nye's going to have to keep it, and Nye's going to run out of bounds at about shows you what I know right there, Don. He'll be run out of bounds at about the 24. Hey, Tigers were looking to throw in the first play, and 39 seconds looking to let's go down and put one in.
Rockhurst, John, if you look, they've only got 3 down linemen in the game. They were playing coverage there.
Tigers will line up with trip receivers to the right, single receiver into the boundary. Offset pistol. Carter Nye takes a snap, rolls to his right. He's looking downfield, can't find anything. Now he's going to fire, and on the far sideline there, I'm not sure.
I think it was number 8, John.
Number 8, that's J.J. Spafford, but was that complete?
No,
incomplete. So that's going to bring up 3rd down now and 6.
Now here, John, you throw another incomplete pass. You're punting. You give Rockhurst a chance to bring a block and maybe score again right before halftime.
Twin receivers now to either side of the formation. Pistol with Josh Ficklin. Nye looking to throw, dropping straight back. Now he's going to throw a screen pass to Josh Ficklin, and Ficklin's going to be hit at about the 20, but he's going to make his way up to about the 25. Short gain on the play, but that will bring up 4th down with 13 seconds left to go.
Rockhurst used their last time out, John. They're going to make us punt here.
Right, and there is a player down the field. That's looks like a Hawklet. Yeah, a player from Rockhurst down. The training staff for Rockhurst out on the field now.
They're stretching him. I thought maybe it was just a cramp, but no, he's holding his knee, it looks like.
Okay. Well, while we've got a player down on the field, let's no, they're going to go ahead and okay, they're going to go. Yeah, he's coming off on his own power, so that's good to see. Okay, so now it's going to be 4th down and 4 for the Tigers. 13 seconds. Yeah, Donnie. So Rockhurst elected to take its final time out. They wanted to force Bentonville to punt it here. And it will be interesting to see how Rockhurst plays that. Will they put everybody up and maybe try to block one? Now you can see they're putting returners back, maybe trying to set up a return.
They're dropping 2 back at least.
I don't know about Tommy Sisper, number 1, but I know I probably wouldn't punt at number 7, Aiden Ron. Tymonson, he's going to get the kick away, and fair catch is going to be signaled for, and he fumbled it. He called for a fair catch. He had trouble getting a handle on that one, but he falls on it at the 35-yard line with 5 seconds left. Five seconds left here in the first half of play. Donnie, we've got another good one shaping up between these two schools. We've seen a lot of close games in this series over the years, and looks like tonight's going to be no different.
Bentonville just cannot give up a big, deep pass here, John. Looks like Rockhurst is lined up. They're just going to take a knee.
All right, so Rockhurst takes a knee, and that'll run the final 5 seconds off here in the first half, and that's the way the first half's going to end. So we played a half, Bentonville 7, Rockhurst 7. We're going to step away for a little while. We'll come back during halftime, talk a little more about the first half, but we'll step away, take a commercial break. We'll be back in just a little bit here on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
And I'm going to need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
It was raining.
That teen was texting.
The deer was crossing. The guy was looking at his maps.
At Bob Morey's Auto Body, no matter the excuse, they'll fix it for you. Look us up on the web, call or come by now. Make sure you pay attention. Watch out for that. Bob Morey's Auto Body. It's your car, it's your choice.
Choose wisely.
At BobMoreyAutoBody.com.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity?
At Grand Savings Bank, we believe that life is grand. We empower our team to support the needs of our local communities and are dedicated to delivering the very best financial expertise to our customers. Like you, we live here, and together we positively and powerfully impact our communities. With 11 locations serving Northwest Arkansas, Northeast Oklahoma, and the River Valley, we're proud to be your community bank. Come talk to us today at Grand Savings Bank, where life is grand. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm a fireman.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Foster Roofing has been helping Arkansas homeowners weather every storm for over 25 years. If your roof was damaged by the recent storm, be aware that out-of-state roofing companies may try to pose as local businesses. Choose an Arkansas state licensed local company for your roof repair. Choose Foster Roofing.
You don't even know. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, 'cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles. All these lovers got you losing control. You're like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold.
Since 1996, Bob Morey's Auto Body has worked hard at providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
At our house is tea time.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Why do people do business with First Western? Because First Western builds relationships with their customers. They work to help you with your financial goals over all seasons of life. They are prompt and responsive. Plus, they offer banking, mortgage, insurance, and investment services. For a high level of service and financial partner who will listen and respond, try First Western. Online at firstwestern.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Insurance investment products are not FDIC insured.
At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale, we understand that life is too short to spend hours in an ER waiting room. And we know that in an emergency, minutes really do matter. So our entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional in 30 minutes or less, because we think you should spend less time waiting and more time feeling better. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, only at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
Your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
All right, we are back here at Severino Field at Vincent P. Dosta Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri, where your halftime score, the Rockhurst Hawklets 7 and your Bentonville Tigers 7. John McElroy and Donnie Payne. It's halftime, and Donnie, let's talk a little bit about the first half. So Bentonville got off to a great start, taking that first offensive possession, found the tight end, number 40, Eli Brooks, who took it 44 yards to the house on a pass from Carter Nye. So a great start for the Tigers, and defensively, Tigers played well, what I would say most of the first half, but there at the end, Aiden Ryan for Rockhurst started picking it up in chunks. Donnie, your assessment on the first half of play?
John, defensively did well. That last drive, like I said, 13 plays, 7 minutes and 56 seconds, Rockhurst had the ball. The defense is out there that long, and they start converting those third downs, it's just going to wear out. And I saw Coach Cherico really running in defensive line subs, but when the other team can control the ball for 8 minutes of a 12-minute quarter like that, the defense is going to get worn out. Other than that drive, Bentonville defense has been very good. And I think the key on that play, John, on the Rockhurst touchdown drive, we had them 2nd and long, and they ran a little option play. It was 2nd and 19 when they ran the option play, and it ended up being like 3rd and 4, and then 4th and 1, and they were able to go for it on their own 29-yard line. And when they picked that up, you could see that Rockhurst offense start picking up momentum then.
Yeah, a couple of times, I think you're right, Donnie, when that Bentonville defense had an opportunity in a 3rd and long situation to get off the field, it seemed like the Hawklets just had just the right play dialed up and were able to pick up just enough to move the chains, and that's really kind of been the difference here in the first half. But, offensively, Bentonville came out of the chutes looking like they have the first couple of weeks and thought, okay, here we go again. But after that first series, the yards have been kind of tough for this Tiger offense.
And, John, this Rockhurst defense has not allowed a lot of yards so far this year. Like I said, Liberty North last week, 10-7 was the final, and they're the defending state champions up here in Missouri. And they held Liberty North to 80 yards rushing and only like just around 140 yards passing. This defense for Rockhurst is really good. And you've seen Bentonville's trying to run that ball. I think Bentonville, the offense, John, we're going to have to see some plays to the outside. That we're trying to hit them in the middle and overpower them. This defense is just really stout right in the middle there, and I think we're going to have to start seeing some plays to the outside.
Well, and Donnie, too, I think what we'll probably see some more of from Bentonville, I think they're going to, once again, like Bentonville does, try to establish that run game with Josh Ficklin, but wouldn't surprise me to see Carter and I maybe take a couple more deep shots to give C.J. Brown or some of those receivers an opportunity to make a play down the field. So I think we might see some of that. It looks like Bentonville, the game plan in terms of throwing the ball looks like they have wanted to move Carter and I out of the pocket because most of the times when he's looking downfield, they're rolling him to the right or the left. And I tell you, that shows a lot of respect for that defensive line of Rockhurst, that is one big defensive line, big and physical. So we'll have to see kind of how the Tigers play in the second half, but they'll need to get some things rolling offensively if they want to have a happy trip back home to Bentonville tonight. So, all right, well, as you can see, we've got about 8.5 minutes left before we start the second half of play. We're going to go to commercial break once again, and when we return, we'll be just about set for play here in Kansas City. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Bentonville Tiger football on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
It was raining.
That teen was texting.
The deer was crossing. The guy was looking at his maps.
At Bob Morey's Auto Body, no matter the excuse, they'll fix it for you. Look us up on the web, call or come by now. Make sure you pay attention. Watch out for that. Bob Morey's Auto Body. It's your car. It's your choice.
Choose wisely.
At BobMoreyAutoBody.com.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity?
At Grand Savings Bank, we believe that life is grand. We empower our team to support the needs of our local communities and are dedicated to delivering the very best financial expertise to our customers. Like you, we live here, and together we positively and powerfully impact our communities. With 11 locations serving Northwest Arkansas, Northeast Oklahoma, and the River Valley, we're proud to be your community bank. Come talk to us today at Grand Savings Bank, where life is grand. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm a fireman.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Foster Roofing has been helping Arkansas homeowners weather every storm for over 25 years. If your roof was damaged by the recent storm, be aware that out-of-state roofing companies may try to pose as local businesses. Choose an Arkansas state-licensed local company for your roof repair. Choose Foster Roofing.
You don't even know. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, 'cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles. All these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar.
Since 1996, Bob Morey's Auto Body has worked hard at providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
At our house is tea time.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Why do people do business with First Western? Because First Western builds relationships with their customers. They work to help you with your financial goals over all seasons of life. They are prompt and responsive. Plus, they offer banking, mortgage, insurance, and investment services. For a high level of service and financial partner who will listen and respond, try First Western. Online at firstwestern.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Insurance investment products are not FDIC insured.
At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale, we understand that life is too short to spend hours in an ER waiting room. And we know that in an emergency, minutes really do matter. So our entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional in 30 minutes or less, because we think you should spend less time waiting and more time feeling better. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, only at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
Your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With nearly 25 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
It was raining.
That teen was texting.
The deer was crossing. The guy was looking at his maps.
At Bob Morey's Auto Body, no matter the excuse, they'll fix it for you. Look us up on the web, call or come by now. Make sure you pay attention. Watch out for that. Bob Morey's Auto Body. It's your car. It's your choice.
Choose wisely.
At BobMoreyAutobody.com.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity?
At Grand Savings Bank, we believe that life is grand. We empower our team to support the needs of our local communities and are dedicated to delivering the very best financial expertise to our customers. Like you, we live here, and together we positively and powerfully impact our communities. With 11 locations serving Northwest Arkansas, Northeast Oklahoma, and the River Valley, we're proud to be your community bank. Come talk to us today at Grand Savings Bank, where life is grand. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Okay, we welcome you back here to Vincent P. Dosta Stadium here at Tony Severino Field, where we are just about set to start the third quarter play We've got a tie ball game. Bentonville 7, Rockhurst 7. John McElroy, Donnie Payne. And we appreciate you watching tonight on GoBentonvilleTigers.com. Well, both teams have just completed their warm-up period. And as I said, just about to start the second half of play. Hey, while we got a moment, I'd like to thank not only our presenting sponsors, Bob Morey's Auto Body and Foster's Roofing. Also like to say a big thank you to our platinum sponsors, Legacy Bank. I'm a Northwest Arkansas hero. Northwest Health Systems, Absolute Janitorial Services, First National Bank in Northwest Arkansas, Rock Mortgage, Knockouts, 6-Star Pro Nutrition, Sam's Club, McLarty Daniel, Rosh Coleman Homes, and the Bentonville Athletic Booster Club. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Donnie. About to put 12 minutes on the clock, get the second half underway. Donnie, tell me, what does Bentonville need to do to have a happy trip to Tiger Town later on tonight?
John, they're going to have to find a little offense. Defensively, they held their own, except for that one drive. But offensively, John, they're going to have to move the ball. And, plus the not being able to move the ball the last few drives they had kept that defense out on the field even longer. Saw Henry Apple posted just a minute ago, John. Rockhurst has had the ball almost 17 minutes of this first 24 minutes of the games. That means the defense, 17 minutes. So wow. The defense has been on the field a long time.
Yeah, and I think we saw it there at the end of the first half when Rockhurst was able to make that drive down the field. That's a great point, Donnie. So, from an offensive standpoint, Bentonville has to move the ball a little bit for no other reason, just to give the Bentonville defense some rest this half.
And you don't want them out here in the fourth quarter where they've been on the field the whole second half again.
Okay, so Bentonville won the opening toss. They deferred their option the second half. So they are set to receive the ball. It'll be number 86, Nick Coca.
That's number 80 this time, John.
Okay, sorry about that. Number 80, Logan
Kukler.
Kukler. Not sure. Hope I'm getting that right. Logan Kukler, 6'2", 165-pound junior, and he is getting ready to kick it away. Kukler's kick is in the air.
That's going to be
high kick that's going to sail into the end zone for a touchback. Bentonville will start 1st and 10 from their own 20. We've said it time and again, Donnie, this Bentonville coaching staff's been together a long time, and tell you, they're the best there are at making the adjustments they need to at halftime. So it'd be interesting to see what they do right here and how they come out in the second half. Carter Nye, he's got pistol formation, Josh Ficklin in the backfield. It's a fake to Ficklin. Nye's going to roll out to his right, kind of a bootleg there.
Pass from Carter Nye, complete.
That's number 81 on the reception for Bentonville, Rivers Wiseman. Kind of a fake play action there and a bootleg back to the right side. Again, trying to roll Carter Nye away from the pressure applied by that Rockhurst defensive line. Once again, pistol formation, single receivers to either side. Nye, play action. Now he's going to throw a screen out to Rivers Wiseman on the other side. It is complete, but they may give Rivers maybe a yard, so it is going to bring up 3rd and short. Call it 3rd and 3 for the Tigers from their own 27-yard line.
3rd down and 2 at the 28.
Same formation. This time the give is going to go to Ficklin, and Ficklin is going to cross the 30 out to close to the 34-yard line, and he'll have the first down. Donnie, even that right there I think was incredibly important for Bentonville to come out here and at least get a first down, that you don't immediately put that defense back on the field.
That's right, John.
So 1st and 10 Bentonville from their own 34. Q Brown, C.J. Brown are going to split into the boundary. Offset pistol, Ficklin. Now C.J. Brown goes behind the formation. Toss pitch to C.J. Brown. And C.J. Brown, he'll be fortunate to get back to the original line of scrimmage. I think actually he's going to lose maybe a yard on that. Jeff Ketting, number 43, in for the stop for Rockhurst. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Donnie, just looking at that front seven from Rockhurst, they are big. So 2nd and 10 now. 2 receivers to the left, C.J. Brown, Q Brown. Pass goes to number 40. That's Eli Brooks. I don't know why. I can't remember his name. He's had the big play of the game so far. Eli Brooks catches the pass, but once again, a very, very short gain. And now to be 3rd and 8.
Well, Eli kind of slipped. He lost his footing there, John, when he tried to turn up field that time.
Twins to the right. C.J. Brown, single receiver into the boundary. Nye rolls to his right. Now he's going to give to Ficklin, back to the left side. Ficklin's got a hole. Ficklin at the 50. Ficklin still on his feet at the 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Bentonville! Josh Ficklin!
Counter draw, John. The whole, they look like that rollout pass to the right again, and then Josh took the draw back to the left side.
65 yards on the counter draw, and Josh Ficklin turns on the Jets and gets the Tigers out in front 13-7, awaiting Logan Timonson's extra point attempt.
Logan Timonson in to attempt the extra point. Launch snapper is number 29, Max Gungan. Holder number 10, Caden York.
Timonson's extra point attempt is up, and it is no good. Said that one missed, so 13-7, 9:13 left in third quarter play. We'll take a break. Back in a moment here on GoBentonvilleTigers.com. All right, welcome back to Kansas City, where the Bentonville Tigers have taken a 13-7 lead over the Rockhurst Hawklets. John McElroy, Donnie Payne. And Donnie, we were talking the break. What a play call, what a play design that time by offense coordinator Coach Aaron Dannenhauer.
Well, John, Bentonville's been rolling out Carter Nye in the passing game, and this defense is very aggressive. So they saw that rollout, and they over-pursued and allowed Josh on that counter draw.
So Timonson now set to kick it away. He'll put a leg into it, and this one's going to be returnable. That fumble at the 1. That's Aiden Ryan picks it up. He's got some running room. Gets it out across the 20. I thought he was taken down at around the 22, but apparently he stayed on his feet. And they're going to give him forward progress after the 29-yard line. I'll tell you, Aiden Ryan went back into his own end zone and then recognized it was returnable, caught it about the 1, but he fumbled it forward, picked it up, and ended up making a pretty good return out of it.
Well, how many times do you see that, John, where the returner fumbles the ball and then it turns out to be a big return?
Well, those coverage guys kind of freeze, get out of their lanes on that kind of thing, and, that happens quite often. So the Hawklets will have it 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. It'll be Ethan Hansen, number 2. The Hawklet quarterback, he's going to put Aiden Ryan beside him to his right. Fake to Ryan, and pass complete to number 28.
Number 20, John.
Oh, number 20, that's Pete Berry.
But River Wiseman made the tackle, and he's still down, John.
Rivers Wiseman came in and delivered a blow, but tell you what, Rivers Wiseman's still down on that one. Rivers Wiseman's had a great game, and what a great hit. Way to play that one, but he's a little shaken up on that, and we'd hate to see that. I'll tell you what, is the training staff's out here with Rivers.
Oh, no, Rivers is up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who?
I thought that was River. The announcer said JT.
JT Temesco. That's JT Temesco, who came up, made a great play. Tell you, while they're tending to JT, let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
My house. I'm a fireman.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
All right, we're back, and Tomesco, he is up and coming off the field. Hopefully JT's going to be okay.
Well, he ran to the sideline, John. I think he maybe just got the wind knocked out of him a little bit there.
I tell you, it was a real collision right there. JT made a fantastic play. So hopefully we'll see him back shortly. All right, second and about 14. Hanson, he's going to drop back to pass, rolling to his right. He's going to fire downfield, and that is incomplete. I believe that was intended for number 13, Miles Carson. Number 5, Christian Farrow, defending on the play. Yeah, JT's back in the ball game. And it'll be 3rd down and 15. So, again, Donnie, this is a great opportunity for this Tiger defense to not only get off the field, but potentially give the offense some great field position.
I can't give up another 3rd down conversion this time.
JT Tomesco, number 3, back into the ball game. Hanson's going to send trip receivers to the left side, a single receiver into the boundary. He'll take the snap. He drops straight back. He's looking down the middle, and it is complete, but a great play made by, let's see, let me get that number.
27.
Number 27 for Bentonville. That's Eli Estes with a great tackle right there, and he is going to be stopped well short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th down and 7.
4th and 7 at 32.
So the Hawklets will send the punting unit onto the field. I believe that's Hayden Spockman. He's going to stand back at his own 16-yard line to punt it away to Q Brown. Q, he's going to stand in at the 36 of Bentonville. Spockman gets a low end-over-end kick that takes a Hawklet bounce inside the 20, and that one is going to roll out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. And Donnie, what didn't look to be a very good punt off the foot of Hayden Spockman got a great Hawklet roll, and Bentonville start deep in its own territory.
We just heard 56-yard punt is what the PA here at Rockhurst gave that, John.
Well, it was about 25 yards a roll.
Q had no chance. He punted a low line drive end over end away from him, and it just hit. And on this turf, it took a good roll, and there was nothing Q could do to stop that one, because you don't want to mess with trying to pick up that that bouncing ball like that.
Absolutely not.
And we are in our 3rd quarter hydration break.
Now, Donnie, are these just kind of regular? Do you know, are these sort of regularly scheduled breaks? Maybe under the 8-minute mark.
I would say it's been under 8 minutes in each quarter.
Okay, so there's obviously a plan, and this would be sure according to the Missouri, the equivalent of the Missouri Activities Association, kind of like the Arkansas Activities Association. So, really a beautiful evening. I've got to think the temperature right now somewhere around 79, 80 degrees. Just a great night, but the hydration breaks, and it looks like we're ready for play again. 1st and 10, Bentonville. Carter Nye takes a snap. He's going to play action to Ficklin. He's going to throw across to number 2. That's C.J. Brown. Excuse me, number 2, C.J. Brown.
Bentonville's going to go tempo here, John.
And it's a 1st and 10 Bentonville at their own 30-yard line. So nice pickup by Carter Nye and C.J. Brown that time.
Gain of 18, 1st and 10 at the 30.
Twin receivers into the boundary, single receiver to the right. Looks like Nye may be changing the play here at the line of scrimmage. He's got Ficklin in the offset pistol. Nye's going to roll to his right. He's going to, he pump faked, and he's got C.J. Brown. It is complete at the 30, the 20, 10, touchdown Bentonville. Carter Nye, C.J. Brown, and Bentonville has extended the lead. Donnie Carter Nye faked me out. He pump faked to C.J. Brown. The secondary bit, C.J. Brown just did a hitch and go up the field, got separation, and what a beautiful pass and catch from number 7 to number 2 for Bentonville's third touchdown of the night.
Good job by Carter not underthrowing or overthrowing that ball, John.
So Logan Tomlinson on now to attempt the point after. Caden York to hold. Snap is back. Kick is up, and it is good. And with 7 minutes, 17 seconds left to go, third quarter play, Bentonville on top, 20-7. We'll be back in a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Foster Roofing has been helping Arkansas homeowners weather every storm for over 25 years. If your roof was damaged by the recent storm, be aware that out-of-state roofing companies may try to pose as local businesses. Choose an Arkansas state licensed local company for your roof repair. Choose Foster Roofing.
You don't even know. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, 'cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles. All these lovers got you losing control. You like a joy to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold.
Okay, we welcome you back where the Bentonville Tigers have now taken a 20-7 lead over the Rockhurst Hawklets on a 70-yard touchdown pass from Carter Nye to C.J. Brown on a beautifully designed hitch and go.
Back deep for Rockhurst, Aiden Ryan.
But Donnie, you and I were talking, that was that drive only took 32 seconds, so the defense will have to get back on the field. But, man, we'll take it right now. Tymonson puts a leg into it. This one's going to be returnable. That's taken by Aiden Ryan at the 8-yard line. Ryan's going to run it across the 20. He's going to cut back to the left, and he is going to be stopped around the 27-yard line, and that's where Rockhurst will have it 1st and 10.
Now, John, the wind, what wind there is, because it's come into the press box. Logan's kicking into that wind on this, going this way, and you can see neither one of the kicks this half have gotten close to the end zone.
You know, one of the things I've noticed Rockhurst coming out in the second half, they've really tried to throw the ball around a little more this half, and 20-7, I wouldn't doubt if they try to get back to their running game, because right now there's still a lot of time left. Wouldn't surprise me if they start giving to Aiden Ryan a little more, maybe running Ethan Hansen on that quarterback draw. Okay, is this a new quarterback here? Is that Hansen?
No, it's still Hansen.
Hansen's going to play action, roll to his right. He's got a guy downfield. Intercepted, number 3, JT Tomesco. Tomesco's got it at midfield. Now he's crossing the 40. Going the wrong way, JT. Coming back. But JT Tomesco with a big interception right there.
That's intercepted by JT Tomesco.
And I'll tell you what, coverage by JT. It looked like the receiver for a moment was wide open, had found kind of a soft spot. But JT Tomesco closed the ground. You see him right there. What a play by number 3, who was shaken up on that last defensive series, Donnie. So,
John, I thought that was about to be a big completion for Rockhurst. I didn't see JT in the picture, but their guy looked like he was wide open.
That's exactly right, Donnie. We both saw him. The Rockhurst receiver was wide open right up to the point. JT turned on the jets and made the interception. Now, Carter Nye, pistol formation. He's going to give it to Josh Ficklin. Josh is going to try to bounce it out to the right side, and Josh is going to be hammered. They may give him back to the original line of scrimmage. That's probably a gracious spot, but this Rockhurst defensive line, Donnie, has been very, very impressive.
They are very good against the run, John, and they're very fast side to side.
Yes. So on 2nd down and 10, 2 wide receivers split to the left. That's Q Brown and C.J. Brown. Nye will roll to his left. He's looking to throw. Now he's got to come back to his right. Flag is down. Carter Nye still looking to throw. Throws incomplete, and looks like Bentonville is going to get flagged with a holding call. Flag thrown at the 45-yard line of the Hawklets. And if that's the case, it'll back Bentonville up 10.
I think decline it'll be 3rd. They're going to push it back.
Yeah, Bentonville's got it in Hawklet territory. I think you'd rather take a 2nd and 20 back in your own, back in Bentonville's territory. Yeah, I think that's what you probably would want to do. And Make it 2nd and 20. And, yeah, that's exactly what Coach Donahoe decides to do there.
20 at the Bentonville 45.
So they're going to call it 2nd and 25. Is that? No, 2nd and 20. Nye now rolling to his right, throws off his back foot, and looks like
he dropped it.
Almost intercepted. Let's see if I can get a number on that young man.
Oh. Number 6.
Number 6 for Rockhurst.
9-10 for Eli Brooks.
Number 5. Number 5.
I'm sorry, Bryce Middleton almost picked that off. The pass was intended for Eli Brooks, the tight end. But Carter Nye kind of running for his life, threw off his back foot right there and just couldn't get enough on it.
Now, one of their games earlier this year, John, Rockhurst had, I think, 6 interceptions in one game.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 20 now for the Tigers. Nye drops back. Now he's going to go with the screen pass, and Ficklin is going to be hit before the ball even gets there. But since it's thrown behind the line of scrimmage, that's legal. And broken up. Jeff Gettings, number 23. Breaking that up for Rockhurst, and that'll be 4th down, and Tymonson will come back onto the field. So Tigers couldn't take advantage of the interception by J.T. Chemesco, and they're going to have to punt it away to the Hawklets. Tommy Sisper and Aiden Ryan back deep to receive. Tymon's partially blocked, and the Hawklets are going to come out of this with great field position. They were able to get some guys through, and somebody got a hand on it for Rockhurst, and that is going to be spotted at the 48-yard line of Bentonville. That will be a net 3-yard punt. Partially blocked right there. So 1st and 10 Rockhurst from the Bentonville 48-yard line.
Never good when you have a punt block, or your punt doesn't even make it back to the yardsticks.
I formation. Hanson give goes to Aiden Ryan. Aiden Ryan trying to find some room up the middle. They'll give him a couple. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
John, Bentonville has forced 2 Rockhurst turnovers tonight and have not scored on either one of them.
Still 5 minutes, 38 seconds left to go 3rd quarter, and I don't think it's too late for Rockhurst to try to reestablish that run game they had there at the end of the first half, Donnie. You know, now you get to a point, if Bentonville defense can hold, you get to a point, it kind of forces your hand, but right now plenty of time, and I formation once again for Rockhurst. Pitch to Aiden Ryan this time, and Ryan's going to try to bounce it outside, and a good play by the Bentonville defense, and Donnie, they're scurrying around like
they're going to say he was down.
Okay. Oh, I tell you, the coaching staff, they're
giving it to Bentonville. It was a fumble.
And it was a fumble. Bentonville's got another turnover. Wow. Well, you know, the way Bentonville's defense reacted, we're on the home side, it was on the far side of the field. You could tell something was going on. And Bentonville came up with the fumble. I could see the coaching staff pointing 1st down Bentonville's way. And that's what they call it. So Bentonville gets another turnover, and they're going to have it 1st and 10 on their own 46-yard line.
Well, they need to capitalize on this one, John. You've now forced the 3rd turnover. You haven't scored points on the first 2. I'd like to see offense work the ball down and for either a field goal or the touchdown.
Okay, 1st and 10 Bentonville. Carter Nye, shotgun formation. He's going to put Ficklin in motion over to the right side. And he's going to throw to C.J. Brown, a double pass back to number 11, Luke Kuhn. Luke Kuhn breaks a tackle. Luke Kuhn still on his feet, gets across the 50. And I'll tell you what, Luke Kuhn avoided disaster right there.
And number, I think it was 44 for Rockhurst, John. He read that the whole way. Luke just made him miss. It would have been a big loss had he not made that man miss.
2nd and 5 at the Rockhurst 49.
So this time Luke Kuhn, and it looks like number 12 is that Karsten Pate, split out to the boundary there. Single receiver to the right side. Carter Nye looking to throw. He's got some time. Now he's being flushed out to his right. And that one is complete to C.J. Brown. He'll get close to the 40-yard line. They'll spot it at about the 41, but that's enough for a first down. And a good throw by Carter Nye. Threw that in the middle of 3 Rockhurst defenders. Good catch by C.J. Brown. Now, Bentonville trying to run some tempo. They're going to send Karsten Pate, single receiver to the right, twin receivers to the field side. Ficklen's going to take the handoff. Now, Ficklen's got some running room. Ficklen still on his feet. He's going to make his way close to the 35-yard line. They'll say he was upended just inside the 36. 5-yard pickup on first down. It'll be 2nd and 5. Bentonville quickly to the line of scrimmage. Carter Nye gives to Ficklen. Ficklen makes a man miss at the line of scrimmage, knocks a guy back, gets to the 30, 6 yards on the pickup, 1st and 10 Bentonville.
Pete Berry on the stop.
Tell you get the sense right now this Bentonville offense is kind of feeling it. If they could put another one in, they could be in a real good position late in this game. Carter Nye now gives it to Ficklen once again up the middle. He's got a hole. Ficklen at the 10. Touchdown, Bentonville! Josh Ficklen. And the Bentonville Tigers extend their lead 26-7. A 30-yard touchdown run by number 1, Josh Ficklen. Wow, Donnie. Bentonville right now an extra point away from 21 unanswered points here in this third quarter. Logan Timonson's extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So with 3:18 left to go, third quarter play, Bentonville on top, 27-7. Back in a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Since 1996, Bob Morey's Auto Body has worked hard at providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
Okay, welcome back to Kansas City, where the Bentonville Tigers have exploded here in the third quarter play, scoring 21 unanswered points to take a 27-7 lead with 3:18 left to go, third quarter play. John McElroy, Donnie Payne. And it is a pleasure bringing all of tonight's action live here on GoBentonvilleTigers.com. So Logan Thompson gets set to kick it away.
Logan Thompson to kick off. Ryan back deep for Rockhurst.
Tomlinson's kick is low, but that one is going to be taken in the end zone. It bounced at about the 1, but Hayden Ryan fielded it in the end zone. So under Federation rules, that is a touchback, and the Hawks will start 1st and 10 from their own 20. Hey, just a programming note. Next Friday night, the Tigers return to Tiger Stadium to take on the Harbor Wildcats in the 7A West Conference opener for Bentonville.
And it's homecoming.
And
John.
it is homecoming next Friday night, so a lot going on, and we hope if you can't make it to the stadium, we always hope you can make it out to the stadium, but if not, we hope you can join us on GoBentonvilleTigers.com. So Ethan Hansen now, he'll line up shotgun formation. He's going to throw, looks to his left, it fires it complete.
No, he dropped it, John.
Oh, okay.
Number 11, he turned up to run before he secured the catch.
Yeah, Mitch Forbes, and from the far side, looked like he had a handle on it there at first, but wasn't able to maintain the catch, and so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Trevor Martinez in on that defensive line now for Bentonville. Twin receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Hansen now, he's looking to throw. He's going deep. Tomesco, great coverage. It was intended for Miles Carter, number 13, but JT Tomesco, great coverage, and ball well overthrown. Tomesco was looking to come up with the second interception on the evening.
Well, John, they also ran the wheel route out of the backfield there with, I think there was number 20.
Oh, Pete Berry.
Pete Berry, and did a good job of covering the wheel route also.
So 3rd down and 10 now for the Hawklets. Hanson drops straight back, looks to his right. He fires complete to Miles Carter, and Carter is going to cross the 30. Tightrope his way down the sideline to about the 33-yard line, and 13-yard pickup on 3rd down. It'll be 1st and 10 Hawklets.
Good stiff arm by Carson that time. I didn't see, I think it was 27 for Bentonville that came in to try to first contact, and Miles Carson, you saw his strength there, John. He just stiff-armed our guy down to the ground.
That was a 14-yard pickup. Ball spotted on the 34, 1st and 10 Hawklets. Hanson gives to Aiden Ryan over the left side, and Ryan is met immediately. Big Trevor Martinez, number 67 now, anchoring that defensive line. And where those yards were coming in chunks earlier in the game against the Tigers, that defensive line, Ben Pearson, Trevor Martinez, Emmy Contreras, kind of solidifying things right now.
You can see Trevor playing both ways tonight. Center on the offense, getting a few snaps in at nose guard as well here.
So 2nd and 9, they'll give him a yard pickup, I formation. Hanson play action, rolls to his right. He's getting some pressure. Now he throws incomplete. Pass was intended. Number 13, Miles Carter, JT Tomesco there to break it up. Good coverage once again by Tomesco. I think some of the home fans wanted a little interference, but honestly, that was good coverage by JT. So once again, 3rd down situation. It'll be 3rd and 9. Ball spotted just across the 35-yard line of the Hawklets.
Rockhurst just brought in like 4 tight ends, it looked like, John.
All right, Ethan Hanson rolling to his head. He's going to be sacked. I believe that's Sam Jeffis. Is that number 16?
Yep.
16, Sam Jeffis with the sack. Well, we called his name a lot in the first half, but Jeff is coming in and looks like he's going to get this Bentonville defense off the field with a sack. Be 4th down and call it 12, and that'll send the punter in, Hayden Spockman. Spockman having trouble with the football, and Spockman is going to be tackled at the 13-yard line. Had a little trouble with the snap. And I'll tell you, Rockhurst, which played a fantastic first half of football, tell you what, they've kind of had the wheels come off here in the second half.
And John, they're giving him back to the 15 there. Yeah, the ball just went right through his hands, and he's not bobbled any snaps tonight. It was a good snap. Just kind of like he looked up a little bit and just lost the snap there.
Well, you know, if the Tigers do go on to win this game tonight, Rockhurst's going to look back and talk about a tale of two halves. Played a great first half, but so far here in the second half, just can't seem to get too much going. So this time Carter Nye work from under center. He takes a snap. He's going to counter pitch to Josh Ficklin, and he's going to be upended for a loss.
I remember that was their defensive end, John, that came up.
To Josh Ficklin, brought down by number 43, Jeb Ketting.
43.
Jeb Ketting, yeah.
Linebacker.
Boy, these guys play hard.
He read that play very well, John.
He really did, yeah.
Little fake jet sweep there, but did not fool the linebacker from Rockhurst.
I'll tell you one thing, they don't stay blocked either.
No.
So it'll be 2nd down and 13. This time shotgun, offset pistol with Ficklin in the backfield. He's going to take the handoff. Ficklin now, he's picking up the yards in chunks. He gets inside the 10. That's going to be about a 9-yard pickup there on 2nd down. So it'll be 3rd down now. I'll call it 3rd and a long 4, maybe a short 5. Quickly, Bentonville gives it to Ficklin once again. And
43 again, John.
Yeah. Jeb Ketting coming through, and it's going to make it 4th down. And I wonder if Coach Grant's going to elect to bring Logan Tomlinson on.
I think he's going to take it to the fourth quarter here, John.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, that's right. 20 seconds left to go here, third quarter play, and Coach Grant's going to go ahead and allow the third quarter to run out. And when he does, the Bentonville will take a 27-7 lead into the fourth quarter. All right, that's going to do it for the third quarter play here in Kansas City. We'll be back after this commercial break on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Why do people do business with First Western? Because First Western builds relationships with their customers. They work to help you with your financial goals over all seasons of life. They are prompt and responsive. Plus, they offer banking, mortgage, insurance, and investment services. For a high level of service and financial partner who will listen and respond, try First Western. Online at firstwestern.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Insurance investment products are not FDIC insured.
Okay, we are back for the final quarter play here from Vincent P. D'Asta Stadium at Tony Severino Field here in Kansas City, where the Bentonville Tigers are up 27-7, and on 4th and 4, Logan Tomlinson on to attempt what will be a 24-yard field goal. Tomlinson's kick is up, and it is good. So with 11:58 left to go in the ball game, Bentonville extends their lead 30-7. Let's go ahead and keep it right here, Donnie. So, Donnie, what a third quarter, tied up 7-7, and by my count, Bentonville reeling off, 24?
Now 23.
I'm sorry, 23 unanswered points in the third quarter play, and holy cow. After what we saw in the first half, I can't tell you I saw that coming, but, we talked about it coming out of the halftime. We've seen it over and over and over again. This coaching staff, what a job the Bentonville coaching staff does with analyzing what's going on, making those adjustments at halftime, and helping the players understand how to execute what they want. And we've seen it every year, Donnie.
Yeah. Well, even defensively, John,
yes.
Rockhurst, I don't know if they have a first down in the second half here, and especially after the way they were controlling the line of scrimmage there at the end of the second quarter. I was kind of concerned about that running game, but the defense is stiffened up.
Yeah.
Now it forced 2 turnovers this half, and then the fumbled punt that we just got the field goal on there. So the defense has stepped it up also.
Absolutely. Hats off to defense coordinator, Coach Jared Cecil. This defense getting it done tonight. Okay, Tomlinson on now to kick it away. He's going to put this one deep out of the end zone. And, Donnie, you're right. That wind really has affected the kickoffs. That one not even close to being returnable.
Now, when you're kicking, it's east to west here in the stadium. No, even the Rockhurst kicker, east to west, the kicks aren't even close to being returnable.
So the Hawklets will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. Bentonville in command.
Empty backfield, John. You got to watch for the quarterback draw here.
Hanson now, he'll take the snap. He throws a quick slant to Aiden Ryan. Saw that play a little earlier tonight. Complete to Aiden Ryan. He'll move it out to around the 27-yard line. 7-yard pickup on first down. It'll be 2nd and 3. Sam Jeffers once again on the stop for Bentonville.
And that slant pattern, John, you can't stop it for a no gain if the quarterback and the receiver are on page.
Actually, 2nd and 2 now as Hanson takes the snap. He is going to give to Aiden Ryan, but Ben Pearson making his way through the line.
He got to there about the same time the handoff did.
Oh, my gosh. Ben Pearson just destroyed him right there.
Aiden Ryan had no chance on that handoff, John, and Ben Pearson was, like I said, he almost could have taken the handoff.
Well, that is a loss of at least 4 yards right there. It brings up 3rd down and 5.
Gone to their big package here again.
Yeah, Hanson under center. Hanson toss pitch to the left side. I believe that's Aiden Ryan, and Ryan's going to be close to a first down.
I think he's going to get it because he landed on a player and wasn't actually down until he rolled over him.
Well, from our angle here, it looks like he got stopped short, but you can see the line judge came in there just across the 30. So 1st and 10, Hawklets.
Aiden Ryan's asking for a break, John. He's played hard tonight.
Well, all of these guys have played hard. I've been really impressed with what I've seen in Rockhurst tonight. I know the score doesn't reflect that, but right now, but that's a good football team. Ethan Hanson now on the quarterback draw, and Hanson's got a little running room. Hanson, he's going to be met at about the 37-yard line. Give him 6, close to 7 on first down. It'll be 2nd and 4.
That quarterback draw has been a real good play for Rockhurst tonight.
2nd and 3, 37.
Hanson once again looking to his right, fires, and that one is incomplete. Pass was intended for number 82, Hayden Spockman. And that'll bring up 3rd and call it 4.
3rd and 3 at 37.
They're saying 3rd and 3 here in the stadium, but I'm looking at it. That looks more like 4 to me. Twin receivers to either side of the formation. Hanson, once again.
Option.
Rolls to his right. Options to his right to is that number 20?
That was number 20, yeah.
That's Pete Berry.
Referee threw a flag. We got a hold on Rockhurst.
Now, JT Tomesco came in and made a vicious tackle right there. Man, I think he flipped Barry up in the air, and I think looks like Barry may be down on the Bentonville sideline. He's up on his feet, but boy, JT Tomesco came in and delivered a blow.
We got a hold on Rockhurst here, John, so Bentonville's going to back him up 10 yards.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good call, as it would have been 3rd and very short right there.
Yeah, I didn't see the spot. Yeah, it would have been either 4th and very short or a first down. Said it's going to be 3rd and
moves it back to the 26. It'll be 3rd down and 14.
14 with the stadium. We'll go with the stadium announcer. 3rd and 14.
Okay, 3rd down, 14 to go for the Hawklets. 9 minutes, 36 seconds. Clock rolling here, left in the ball game. Bentonville in command, 30-7. Hanson drops back. He's looking to his left. Now he's being flushed out. Now he's throwing downfield, and the pass is incomplete. That one was broken up by number 5, Christian Farrow.
Number 11.
Number 11, Mitch Forbes was the intended receiver. Good coverage by Christian Farrow. You know, we talked a lot about Christian Farrow in the first couple of games. I think he's played great coverage for Bentonville so far. Those first 2 games, he made quite a few plays. That's going to send Q Brown back deep to receive the punt from number 82, Hayden Spockman. Spockman will stand with his heels on his own 10-yard line.
Rockhurst's going to have to use timeout, John.
And Rockhurst wants a timeout. Let's go ahead and take it with him. Back in a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale, we understand that life is too short to spend hours in an ER waiting room. And we know that in an emergency, minutes really do matter. So our entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional in 30 minutes or less, because we think you should spend less time waiting and more time feeling better. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, only at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
Okay, we are back coming out of the timeout. Rockhurst getting set to punt it away, 4th and 14. 9 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in this one. Q Brown, he'll set up at his own 39. Bogman gets the kick away, kind of an end over end. It's going to be returnable by Q Brown. Brown cuts to his left, Finds a little bit of running room, carries it into Rockhurst territory. He'll move it just inside the 45 of the Hawklets, and that's where Bentonville will set up their next offensive possession.
We're going to have a hydration break in 9 minutes here. They're going to do it a little earlier, but, yeah, John, I don't think, Q's received several punts. I can't remember one fair catch from him this year. He wants to catch that ball and try to make a return.
I like it. Young man wants to make a play. So in a hydration break, we'll go ahead and keep it here. Probably won't take too long.
Coming down, John, it started sprinkling on us a little bit, and I was, glad we're not playing in the rain. But did you see last week we had the Soldier Field when the 49ers and the Bears are playing? It looked like water. I mean, they were out there with squeegees and everything trying to get the water off the field, and they just could not get water off that field. So I'm glad we're playing in good conditions tonight.
That's a lineman's dream. Okay, so out of the hydration break here, Bentonville will have it 1st and 10 from the Hocklet 44-yard line. Carter Nye takes a snap, drops back, fires to the left, complete. And let's see.
CJ,
that's CJ Brown, number 2 on the reception.
Carter Nye, CJ Brown.
Tell you what, beautiful stadium here at Rockhurst. Have the track that goes around. Sometimes on far side, it's kind of hard to see, but we've got a monitor here, and see CJ brought that one in. Now Nye rolls to his right. He's looking to throw back, complete, back to number 40. That's Eli Brooks, the tight end. And Eli Brooks is going to be really close to first down yardage. I think he's got it, Donnie.
They're going to give it to him.
Yeah.
Got Jonah Knapp lining up at tailback, John. I think Josh's night may be done. He was pretty gassed after that last drive.
Well, Ficklin, has run wild the first 2 games, and tonight I know he has to have well over 100 yards this game, so a great season shaping up for number 1. Jonah Knapp now in the backfield as Carter Nye throws out to Knapp on the little flare-out screen. Knapp's going to get inside the 35, down to about the 33-yard line. So good to see Jonah in there.
Yeah, Jonah was the main running back for the conference champion 9th grade team last year.
2nd and 9.
One of the main backs.
And they'll set up again, kind of an offset pistol formation. Jonah Knapp going to set up to the left of Carter Nye. 2 receivers to the left, C.J. Brown to the right. Carter Nye throws, and he's got a completion over the middle on the slant pattern. Flag is dropped at about the 24-yard line. Donnie, this one may come back.
He's going to call an ineligible receiver downfield, but he didn't even look until well after the ball was thrown.
Wow.
I mean, the guys didn't even go down until the ball was caught and being run.
Well, the ball was thrown pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's what Coach Grant's asking him. How can there be an ineligible man downfield when it was a slant pattern that took less than a second to throw?
Well, we've got some speedy linemen, Donnie. So that'll back the Tigers up 5. Back to the 38-yard line where it'll be 2nd down and 14.
And Bentonville's in no hurry, John. Down to 9 seconds on the play clock. And we got it off. Nope.
Well, nope.
We're going to have a false start.
Dead ball foul, false start.
Okay, Tigers. And here's what you want to do. You've got a lead now. You're going to win this one. You have a good trip back home, but you want to finish out clean, Donnie.
Yeah, that's two penalties in a row now, John.
Okay, so now 2nd 19. Now he takes a snap, play action. He has to step up in the pocket, eludes the pressure, and he gets hit as he threw.
Number 44.
Yeah, incomplete. 44 for that's Vince White coming in, putting the pressure on Carter Nye. Tell you what, Carter Nye I thought did a great job to elude the initial pressure. He's flushed out to his right and kind of running for his life right there. A couple more of those, and Carter Nye's, they might say his night's over, give him a rest. Another good night by Carter Nye. Trip receivers to the left. Nye drops back, looking to his left, fires downfield, and complete. That is Q Brown, and well short of the first down. But I'll tell you what, Donnie, that was a great job by Q Brown to come back to that ball. It was probably a little underthrown, but Q did a fantastic job to come back to make that catch.
So we're going to go for it here.
Yeah, 4th and 9. Yeah, kind of in no man's land right there. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line. Probably a little outside of Logan's range, and so you go ahead and leave the offense too short to punt. Nye takes a snap, rolls to his right. He's looking. He's being chased. Still being chased. Now he's going to throw downfield, and
number 43 deflected it.
Yeah, Jeb Ketting got a hand on it, and it is going to be a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 Hawklets with 6 minutes, 13 seconds left to go in the ball game. Number 10, Caden York has checked into the ball game for Bentonville on defense. Looks like he's going to line up at a safety position.
Yeah, it looks like JT. No, JT's out covering. I thought JT was at safety.
No, he's cornering. He's at the corner, I believe. Ethan Hansen now turns to throw and fires a pass complete over the middle to Miles Carter. But I'll tell you what, Carter pays for it right there.
Yeah, that was number 27 on the tackle.
Oh, that's Eli Estes. Yeah, Eli Estes delivers a huge blow right there. And Carter kind of gets up gingerly on that one. 1st down pickup. Hansen once again looking to throw, looking to his left. He's got a receiver, and that one is incomplete.
It's Aiden Ryan.
Yeah, Aiden Ryan. Aiden Ryan was open. Hansen overthrew him, and for a little bit I thought maybe Caden York was going to be able to have a chance to maybe get a pick right there.
Ended up being 3 Tigers over there, 16-5 and number 10, Caden York. So
2nd and 10. Hansen, quarterback draw.
Trevor
Hansen's going to be taken down, but you can tell when Trevor Martinez makes the tackle because he just kind of envelops the guy. I mean, he just kind of, you see all of a sudden big 67. There's no running back there.
Right.
Watch
another quarterback draw here.
Yeah, 3rd down and call it a long 4. Yeah, Hansen going to try to throw that slant route. Looks like Aiden Ryan maybe broke that route off a little early right there. So that's going to be 4th down. Obviously, I don't know if the Hawklets are going to go for it.
I bet they'll go for it here, John. Midfield. Down 3 scores. 5:25. And work on a situation. Run your 4th down play that you might need to run later in the year in a 1-score game where you need to pick up a 1st down here. Empty. Watch the draw here. Empty backfield. Nope. Quick.
Hansen going to try to throw a quick pattern to Miles Carter. Can't connect, so it'll be a turnover on downs for the Hawklets. Bentonville will have it 1st and 10 in Hawklet territory.
It'll be interesting to see here if Carter Nye comes back out at quarterback.
Well,
I'm going to say no because he's in the back of the huddle. He's not actually up in the huddle.
Well, it'll be a long bus ride home tonight for the Bentonville Tigers, but a good bus ride, celebratory bus ride.
No, it is Carter. I'm kind of surprised by that. Number 21 in the backfield with him, Jaden Spears.
Nye looking to throw. Throws to his left, and that is complete.
He's going to call. He's going to call an eligible receiver down the field again. He's looking up and seeing the guy catch the ball, and then looks around and they're down here by me. There's no way there were linemen downfield as quick as that ball came out of Carter's hands.
So once again, Bentonville getting flagged for the ineligible receiver. They'll back it up 5, do it again. 1st and 15. 5 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the ball game. Nye going to give it to Spears up the middle. Spears, they'll give him forward progress to about the 48. Give him 3 on the pickup. It'll be, well, maybe they gave him 48. Give him 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down and call it 13.
And on number 21, Jaden Spears, brought down by number 3, Aaron Murray, number 59, Connor Simon.
Yeah, you know, long bus ride home tonight, but you don't have a lot of time. You've got to prepare for the Harbor Wildcats coming into Tiger Stadium next Friday night. Homecoming, a big week in front of us, but a very important game for the Bentonville Tigers as Spears takes it on the handoff around the left side. Spears going to be driven out of bounds around the 46.
John Forbush on the tackle.
We saw him try to go down inbounds, John, and keep that clock running. The Rockhurst defender kind of helped him on out of bounds, stop the clock.
At the 46.
That'll make it 3rd and 7 now for Bentonville.
Jonah Knapp checking back in.
Now he puts a man in motion. Drops back.
Wheel
He's
route
throw
wide
to
open.
Knapp, and
he caught it.
Knapp catches it out in front of him. Boy, he did a good job to
That's
make
a
sure
good
that
catch.
didn't. Yeah, absolutely it was.
That ball, he picked that ball right up off the turf.
And Knapp makes a good catch and 1st down yardage, and Bentonville's got a 1st and 10 now. Again, give goes to Jonah Knapp over the left side, and Knapp's still on his feet, keeping his legs churning, and Knapp's going to get to about the 31.
Knapp was also the receiver on the previous play.
Got Jaden Spears coming back in at running back.
Twin receivers to the right, single receiver into the boundary.
6.
Give goes to Spears this time over the left side, and Spears fighting for more yardage. He's going to get he's going to be about a yard shot of the line to gain.
Jack Manning on the tackle.
Inside of 3.5 minutes.
Gain of 3, 3rd and 1 at the 28.
Tigers will send 2 receivers to the right side, single receiver to the left.
Jonah Knapp in the backfield.
Give goes to Knapp. Knapp's going to try to bounce it around the left side, and I think he's got enough for 1st down yardage. Yeah, Jonah Knapp, number 42, on a little inside zone play, nothing there, and so he bounced it out, was able to pick up the 1st down.
Gain of 2, 1st and 10 at the 26.
I can tell you this, Donnie, the Rockhurst Hawklets are going to win a lot of games this season. This is a good team, good defense. Coach Donahoe, he's going to win a lot of games with this team this season. Now he gives the handoff up the middle.
Spears.
21, Jaden Spears.
Jaden Spears.
Gets another 3 yards.
Jackson Oldham. Connor Sexton on the stop. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 at the 23.
Well, Donnie, you know, looking back at this ball game, when Rockhurst and Bentonville, they go back and look at it, that 3rd quarter, Bentonville just reeled off some big plays, both in the passing game and the run game. That counter play back to Josh Ficklin, I think that was something that the coaches probably looked at and said, I think we can get it on the cutback. And
especially since we'd set them up because all of our passing plays have been rollout passing plays. That was set up nicely, and then, that counter.
And then the hitch and go there to C.J. Brown, a couple of big plays, and, Tigers took command of this game in the 3rd quarter. Well, and Donnie, I'm not sure. I sure hope these two schools have agreed to play again next season down at Tiger Stadium. I love this series. This game is a little different than what we've seen most years. Most times this is a very close game. But I just think two really great schools, two great programs here. You know, the folks up here have been wonderful. They've treated us very, very well, and hope they're able to come down and return the favor as they come to Tiger Stadium hopefully next year.
I'm trying to – is this the 7th or 8th year in a row we've played Rockhurst now?
Yeah, we've been doing this.
It started
since,
when Barry Lunny was coach.
When Coach Barry Lunny Sr., of course, Coach Cherico, defensive line coach, played for Tony Severino here at Rockhurst. And so, all right, Carter Nye going to snap it, and this will be the last snap, I'm sure.
Or if he gets the first down.
If he gets the first down. And
Showing a nap on the carry.
And let's see, they stopped the clock, and I think he may be short of the first down.
So Rockhurst will take over on downs.
So a turnover on downs, 14 seconds left in the ball game. Tigers' record will move to 2-1 on the season. Rockhurst will move to 1-3.
At the 17.
And as the Tigers get ready to open up conference action next week.
No rushing the field for other acts showing poor sportsmanship.
Well, Donnie, this good start to the weekend. Of course, a big day in Northwest Arkansas tomorrow as the Arkansas Razorbacks take on the Missouri State Bears at Razorback Stadium.
John Rockhurst is just going to take a knee here.
Yeah. So the Hawklets will take a knee. They'll run out the remaining seconds. And this one is in the books. Your final score here from Vincent P. Dosta Stadium at Tony Severino Field, the Bentonville Tigers 30, the Rockhurst Hawklets 7. Donnie, let's keep it right here and kind of wrap this up. Just your impressions on the game tonight.
Well, John, we've talked about it. It was a tale of two halves, or really a tale of one quarter against, Bentonville came out that third quarter and, reeled off. Well, they ended up reeling off 23 unanswered, but 3 touchdowns in that third quarter and then a field goal right at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Just a outstanding performance, and pitched a shutout in the second half defensively. So lots of positives in the second half for this Bentonville team.
All right. As you can see, the teams met there at midfield, shaking hands. And this one is done tonight. Yeah, hard-fought ball game first half. Tigers with the big plays there in the third quarter kind of broke this one open, and that was going to do it. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up tonight. Once again, I'd like to thank our student live stream crew, Ben Nickley, Catherine Lopez, and Emily Payne, running the cameras, running the production board tonight. Really appreciate their help. Couldn't have done this without them. And as always, like to thank my friend, my colleague Donnie Payne for color analysis tonight. And that's going to do it from Kansas City, Missouri. The Bentonville Tigers coming home with a 30-7 win over the Rockhurst Hawklets. Until next time, so long, everyone.